Good afternoon, ladies and gents, and imposters in the vents. What the fuck is... What the fuck is up? Sorry, I had to let it play twice because it's the last one, you know? It's the last time we're ever gonna see it if everything goes to plan. Because there's a lot of plot to get through. There's a lot of cutscenes. And also, like, 3 consecutive boss battles, I think? Oh, fuck it, though. There's a lot. A lot's gonna happen, so... You know, it'll be an exhausting few hours. When we left off, we had been betrayed by Snake. And Olga brought us in. And now we're looking at Master Yi's goggles.
NSA, CIA, FBI. He doesn't exist in any database. He's a non-existent operative from a non-existent organization.
I suspected as much. However, I know this man. Wake him up. It's been a while, hasn't it?
This feels a little bit familiar, doesn't it?
Ripper?
You know this fellow?
You remember me, don't you? You've grown. High concentration of cerebral implants.
Oh, yeah, definitely fucking... Yeah, you know, definitely familiar, this one. Naoto's just vibing, leave her alone.
This is my son. I taught him everything. Jack, I never thought I'd see you again.
You know me?
You don't remember. Your name, your skills. Everything you know, you learned from me. The 80s. The Civil War. You were one of the best among the child soldiers that fought in that conflict. When you were barely 10 years old, you became the platoon leader of the Small Boy Unit. At the time, your outstanding kill record earned you several nicknames, including White Devil and Jack the Ripper.
Me, introducing
Jack,
my Foxy Fock. This is my
your
son.
godfather.
I taught him
I
everything
named
he
you.
knows.
When the war ended,
Thank you,
you
Debbie, for the
disappeared
100
relief
bits.
center. I wondered what happened to you. I should have known they would recruit you.
It's an interesting coincidence.
If he's a lackey for the Patriots, I doubt he knows anything of interest.
What should we do with him?
We'll use him like you suggested.
What about Dead Cell?
Ignore them. Happening again?
Could it be that he's here too?
In another hour, we demonstrate the power of Arsenal gear.
Attack with standard weapons, of course.
Yes, proceed as planned.
At last report, all is well with GW.
How about the troops?
The men are being refitted with Arsenal gear equipment as ordered. You're the spitting image of Big Boss.
Is that so?
Is that
Perhaps I
so?
should be grateful to this kid for that.
Raiden is naked, yes.
This situation, I find it very nostalgic.
Me too. Funny that.
Where am I? Why, inside Arsenal gear, of course. Actually, we're also inside
Hey,
the
Kato.
memory of Shadow Moses.
Oh, thank you for converting from Prime to a Tier 1. Thank you,
I'll
Teambo.
take this back.
That was nice of you.
You
I don't know
need
why it
this
didn't show
anymore,
up.
do you?
I don't know why that doesn't show up on the alerts. Oh, look. It's a trader.
A foul wind is blowing. We shall speak again.
She betrayed us.
Don't move. Stay as you are. We're being monitored by a camera.
What are you up to?
I'm switching over to nanocommunication.
Mr. X? Ninja?
Correct. It's me.
I thought you were the leader of the Russian troops.
No, that was just a smokescreen.
A smokescreen?
I was sent to provide you support.
Support? Who sent you? The Colonel?
No, the Patriots.
What?
I deceived my troops, betrayed them.
But why?
My child is being held hostage by the Patriots. It all started 2 years ago when I
I
lost
bet
my
it's
father
Ocelot.
during the tanker
Ocelot probably
incident.
drinks juice out of a
My men
can.
and I had nowhere to go, so we joined forces with an illegal Russian organization.
The Russian Mafia?
Something like that, actually. I learned much later that it was a subordinate organization of the Patriots. I was expecting at the time. When I gave birth to my child, it turned out I was in a hospital run by the Patriots. In the morning, my child was gone. My baby is being kept somewhere in this country.
Have
Yep.
you ever met your child?
No. Once a month, they send me a photo of my child via network. I've never even held
Yep.
the child in my own arms.
I see. Given your situation, nobody can blame you for what you did.
That's your opinion.
What about Snake? I thought you were
And she
enemies.
blames herself
He
for
wasn't responsible
it.
for my father's death. Actually, we owe him our lives. 2 years
Olga
ago,
has a
they were
sad fucking
responsible for
story.
getting us out of the sinking tanker alive.
So you were partners since the incident?
No, I only found out the truth shortly before this,
Huh?
when I confronted him here.
You fought with Snake? When?
Well, it was around the time you were holding hands with that girl.
Snake.
Ah,
So you
depression.
joined hands with him to pay back a debt.
No, mutual gain.
Mutual gain.
My job was to assist you. If Solidus gets away with Arsenal, your mission is a failure. The Patriots would judge that as failure on my part and terminate my child. Putting it simply, my child's life depends on your success.
So you did it all for your child. But why would the Patriots want to help me? Are they hoping I'll take Solidus out?
No, you're just like me. We're just pawns.
Pawns for what purpose?
The S3 plan.
Huh?
You'll figure it out sooner or later, but I wonder if you'll handle the truth.
What do you mean?
Listen, we haven't got time for this. Solidus will commence his attack any minute. He's got to be stopped.
Fine, I'll
What
do the
about the
funny
virus?
voice.
No
What about
results so far.
virus?
I
No
think the
results so
Patriots
far.
have tampered with
I
the
think the
program.
Patriots have tampered with
Will
the
it
program.
work?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Get me out of this thing.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'll
I'll release your restraints after I leave
this
this
room.
room.
Where's my gear?
Snake's got everything.
Snake's got
I
everything.
couldn't bring it here.
I
And
couldn't
where do
bring
I
it
find
here.
Snake?
The passageway ahead.
Passageway ahead leads to a hangar. He'll be waiting there.
Key for the hangar.
I gave him a car key for the hangar.
Does Snake plan to destroy Arsenal gear?
No.
No,
For Snake,
even
it's
for
impossible
Snake, it's impossible to completely
thing.
destroy
the
this
only
thing.
Option is to stop
The only
Solidus and
option
his
is to
men.
stop Solidus
What are
and
you
his
going
men.
to do?
Stay concealed. That's my role. I still can't afford to be discovered.
Colonel, I'm trying to get around Arsenal
Oh
gear,
God,
but I'm
you
fucking
can't
naked.
keep this up. They're bound to find you.
Listen, I'll free you in a little while. Brace yourself.
Well, Isn't that just lovely? Ah, there we go.
Jack, are you all right?
Oh,
I can't.
yeah.
No, it's
Jack,
it's a
is it
ca-
true?
like it's a
What
cadence
Solidus
thing.
said?
Like I have to do
Yes.
the.
It's unbelievable. Drafting small
I can't,
children,
no.
sending them to war? It's not allowed.
Well, because
under
the accent
international
is just like a
conventions.
standard American
ICC
one. So
rules
like,
don't mean a lot in war. Someone told me that there are over 300,000 children in combat right now. I was just one of them.
So you
So, yeah.
remember? I thought your memory
Raiden was a
had been
child soldier,
manipulated by them.
and now
was, but I had
Olga's
nightmares
child's life is
every
in our
day.
hands. So we have a
Pieces
proper
of the
motivation.
past
We have a proper
can't put
motivation now.
together.
Why didn't you tell me?
Hi,
I couldn't
Spud.
begin to understand.
You wouldn't know that until you try me.
I didn't want you to get hurt. There was never a real reason for me to fight, except that someone put a gun in my hand. And that someone was him.
Yep.
It wasn't your fault.
Solidus Snake recruited
If I
child soldiers
survived the
too.
day's
Haha.
fight, I was praised, fed,
Not like
and
anyone
had a
else
bed
did
to
that.
sleep in. I think I was only 6 when I held my first AK. But I'm not even sure of that.
Jack,
I'm not like Snake. I
Jacques.
never questioned why we fought. There was no purpose, no way out. They give you a gun, you ask how many to kill. If you didn't, you were the one they shot instead.
it's okay. No one is blaming you.
We were shown Hollywood action films every day. The kind with macho guys and big guns. They call it image training. They built us from the ground up into killing machines. We were fed once a day. I can still taste the gunpowder they mixed into the food.
Gunpowder? In the food?
The gunpowder had toluene in it, giving it hallucinogenic properties. It kept us drugged, controllable.
Oh my god!
When the Civil War ended, those of us who survived were taken in by NGOs. They gave me a new life in the States. But nothing's changed.
Depression.
The only people who have no problem with my past have secrets and agendas of their own. Terrible nightmares. Every night. I can never forget.
Jack.
I'm afraid of the night. That's why I don't sleep next to you.
You should have told me.
Told you what? That I'm a killer? And always have been?
No, no.
What I hate more than anything else in the world is my own past. I didn't want you or anyone to know about it. Now I know why I was chosen for this mission. No one can take him on, take him down, except me. I've been kept alive this long for this. I knew as soon as I saw Solidus.
Jack, I love you the way you are now. You have to believe me. I didn't know anything about you, I admit that. Where you were born, how you grew up. But I know that now. And I know that what I feel for
There's
you
dog
can
tags,
only
Sandy.
get better. And I'll share in your past if that's the price.
It doesn't work that way.
This is dog
No one
tags.
can share the burden of what I've done. It's not one of those warm and fuzzy things couples share.
I accept the good and the bad, Jack. That's what you do for someone you love.
I don't want to share my past with anyone. I just want to forget about it.
Jack, I haven't told you, about what I've done.
The last 2 years with you, it's been more than I've ever hoped for.
Jack,
But I can't go any farther. I know you want to get married, but I can't. I can't risk starting a family. There's no way to erase my childhood.
It's all right, Jack. Please, don't say any more.
Sucks, dude. Fucking sucks. Anyway, after that, haha, we're naked. Haha, funny. Look, I'm trying to sneak around Arsenal gear, but my cheeks, they're too thick. Haha, Haha, I'm naked. Haha, trauma. Haha, depression. Haha, haha. Look, he's naked. He has to hold his hand over his wee wee. Child soldier. He has to do the cartwheel while holding his. He has to do the cartwheel while holding his pee pee. But he's a child soldier. Oh well. Can't be helped, I guess. Hi, Nav. Bing. You all ready for shit to get weird? Because I am. Because believe me, it gets worse.
Raiden, do you copy? You must continue your mission.
I've lost all my gear. I need to locate Snake.
He was never factored into the simulation. Leave him out of this.
I can't do much naked, especially in this temperature.
That's true. You won't be able to attack or enter the hanging mode either.
I think Snake has my gear.
Raiden, take out Solidus and his men. You must recover Arsenal intact.
Colonel, are you under orders from the Patriots?
Your role, that is mission, is to infiltrate the structure and disarm the terrorists.
My role? Why do you keep saying that?
Why not?
Not yet, no.
This is a type of role-playing game. The point is that you play out your part, and I expect you to turn in a perfect performance.
Colonel, I just remembered something.
What?
That I've never met you in person. Not once.
Complete
This is a
your
kind of
mission
role-playing
according to the
game.
simulation.
Colonel, who are you?
No more questions. We have Rosemary.
What do you mean by that?
Over and out.
There's somebody there. What was that just now?
Absolutely nothing. It always happens. Every time. Oh. Uh-oh.
Raiden, turn the game console off right now.
What did you say?
The mission is a failure. Cut the power right now.
What's wrong with you?
Don't worry. It's a game. It's a game just like usual.
Eyes playing so close to the TV.
Shut
What are you
up!
talking about?
Raiden, something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home. I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky to the east.
Do you think it might have
was
been the
moving
sun?
Very irregularly. Suddenly, there was intense light all around me. And when I came to, I was home. What do you think happened to me?
Huh?
Fine. Forget it.
Yeah? You got more?
Even my patience has its limits. I just can't leave this thing up to you any longer. I'll do the fighting. You can just go home.
Ugh. I'm pretty sure I just fucking died, to be honest. So yeah, the game code is leaking out of the walls. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Honestly, though, you have played the game for a long time. Don't you have anything else to do with your time?
Alright, you don't have to call me out like that. Oh god.
Is it here?
Everything is fine. Okay. So yeah, the soldiers now have ninja powers, and P90s. So they're a little bit tougher. A little bit tougher than the Yeah, Colonel. You got something to say? You got things to say?
Even my pace.
Ay. All right, just because I'm doing bad, you have to call me out. Just got to do a sneaky up the stairs. We grab the box. And now we are perfect. We're fine now. We can win. The game is easy now. Uh-oh. The game is easy now because we have blocks.
Variety level 13. Rescue Meryl. The return of Ginola.
Don't worry about it. There's absolutely nothing to worry about. Everything is fine. We're just doing Yoko Taro shit before Yoko Taro was even in the game. And by game, I mean the industry. Right, and get through that door there. Preferably without being spotted. So I will hide here. Yeah?
I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carey rock. I need scissors. 61.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's just to worry about it. It's fine. Absolutely nothing is wrong. No, he's not okay. I don't know if anyone's noticed this, but the Colonel isn't feeling so hot right now.
Your mission is to infiltrate the Fortress Galluade, rescue the hostages, and neutralize Metal Gear before its assembly is complete.
Yeah, things are a little bit funky over at the command center right now. Let's give him a call and see what else he has to say. Let's see what happens when we call him, you know?
Honestly, though, you have played...
Alright, you don't have to call me out again. Also, notice how all of the areas are named after parts of the digestive system. Here's the thing. Arsenal Gear is the...
something I have been meaning to tell you, but I just couldn't.
It's the military-industrial complex.
You should know, though.
We're getting
On
chewed
Saturday
up
morning
and
last
shat out
week,
the other end.
I saw a guy leaving Rosemary's room. How should I put it? It was like they were intimate. I'm sorry. Sorry to bring this up during the mission, but...
Everything is awful. Yes, sir. What would you like?
President Baker should be somewhere to the south of where you blasted through the wall. Hurry and save him before the terrorists discover his code.
It's fine. Don't even worry about it. Everything's fine.
Infiltrate the enemy fortress, Outer Heaven. Destroy the final weapon, Metal Gear.
That's the first game. Oh hey look, it's the video that we were trolling the soldiers with from the beginning of the game. But this time it's on our radar. Isn't that fun and quirky? Ain't it cool? Ain't it just the best? Oh my god.
An anemone or clematis plant juice can cause a rash. When pruning them, it's a good idea to wear gloves.
Thank you. There's your horticulture tip for the day. The code is leaking out of the walls. Oh hey look, it's Rosemary.
Jack, it's me.
Hi Rose.
Hi, Rose.
Jack, I owe you an apology.
If it's about that conversation just now, I'm the one who's sorry.
Hey,
No,
are you not
it's
gonna
something
ask if
else.
she's okay?
What is it?
Because they said...
That day at Federal Hall 2 years ago,
Hi Lucy.
it wasn't a coincidence. I was ordered to keep an eye on you.
Keep an eye on me?
Yes, by the Patriots.
Oh no.
You're a spy?
I suppose. Yes. It's an ugly word. Are you still there?
Was sleeping with me
The
a part
lolly
of the
lula
job?
lo.
I fell in love with you.
How could anyone?
I can't excuse what I did. I've recorded every detail of your personal life to them these 2 years. What you did, said, everything.
Must have been fun.
But some things I didn't tell anyone.
Like your favorite
what I
ice
felt for
cream.
you.
So that's why you were involved in this mission.
Yep, everything is about the fucking
Why
Patriots.
else would they toss an analyst into the mix at the last minute?
I'm sorry. I
Patriots
know what
control
I did
everything.
was wrong.
No matter where I go, I get used.
Hi Harry.
I reinvented myself to suit your taste.
I love you both.
Hairstyle,
Big
clothes,
smooch
the
for
way
both
I
of you.
move, things
Mwah.
I talked about. You say you love the color of my hair, my eyes. They're not even real.
You must have gone over my psych profile with a fine-tooth comb.
It was my job.
Great performance. Had me completely fooled.
What I really wanted was for you to see the real me. It hurt to play out this artificial romance. It was worse to lie to myself than to you. The more love you gave me, the more it hurt. Because I knew the person you loved was just a character.
So it was artificial on my end too. It was just a game, not the real thing.
Oh, Jack.
I feel better knowing that.
What?
I was in love, or thought I was, with someone who didn't exist. I was trying to be someone I wasn't by loving what wasn't real. I don't know who you really are. The person I knew isn't real. She's not the woman I'm talking to right now. In a sense, the deception was my own, not theirs.
Jack, I thought I was acting because that was my job. But I did fall in love with you. That wasn't an act.
You expect me to believe that?
Ugh.
It's okay. You had your reasons, right? Hey, I understand, but I have nothing left to...
Jack!
What?
I'm carrying. I'm pregnant, Jack.
Rose! What's going on?
Yeah.
Amazing how you walk around like that.
Snake!
Been waiting long?
Here's the thing. We can't trust anything anyone says on the codec now because we have no idea if the Colonel and Rose are real or not, or if what they're saying is true.
Right over there.
It's all gone to shit. Raiden's entire life has just fallen to pieces around him.
That's more like it.
One thing we
Everything
can
you
trust
had
is
when you were
Snake.
captured is still there.
There he is. We can trust Snake.
Sorry about earlier. I had to use you
Bye-bye
as bait
now.
to gain access to Arsenal. It worked.
Why didn't you tell me about Olga?
You never asked. Not happy about that? Get over it.
Any effects of the virus yet?
Still waiting on that.
So, it was rigged by the Patriots?
Looks like it. From what I can tell, Arsenal is headed for Manhattan.
I don't know what Solidus is planning, but we'll have to deal
Dune
with it
2
one way or
Raiden.
another. There's also a troop of production model Rays ahead.
How many units?
25, according to Olga.
25?
There are 25 Metal
Can't
Gears.
say I've faced that many Metal Gears before, but I think we
We're
can
fucked.
No way we can.
We can, because we have no other choice.
How?
I've stocked up on Stinger missiles. Oh yeah, Olga left this for you.
Why?
Olga asked me to give it to you. Besides, I'm not a big fan of blades. Move the right stick up and down to make a vertical slice, and left and right to slice parallel to the ground. Move the stick in a circle to do a rotating cut. Push it forward to lunge and strike. You can guard with your blade if you have the L1 button pressed down. You should be able to deflect a bullet or two.
Sorry, I'm typing stuff. Anyway. First things first. We change it so that we hit them with the blunt side of the blade because no kill run. Here's Snake. Do a little spin attack. Do the thing. Hua. So yeah. This is important. Because the sword is the one thing that Snake cannot use better than Raiden. Raiden's the sword is kind of reflective of Raiden finally finding his own identity rather than just being comparing himself with Snake. Also gonna bop him.
What are you thinking?
Ow. So yeah. This is why the sword is important. It's reflective of the fact that Raiden, now having revealed a lot of his stuff to be, you know, lies or untrue, he now has his own thing. He doesn't have to be compared to Snake anymore.
Come on, time to go.
Because at the beginning of this, Raiden is intended.
You can have mine.
You got enough?
This is a fun Easter egg.
Infinite ammo.
That's a reference to the first game where if you get the Merrill ending, which we did, you unlock the infinite ammo bandana. Which gives you infinite ammo.
Snake, have you ever enjoyed killing someone?
What are you talking about?
So, yeah.
I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between reality and a game.
Diminished sense of reality, huh? VR training will do that.
No, it was field training when I was a kid. I lied, Snake. I have more field experience than I can remember. It's not VR that's doing this to me.
Raiden, we don't carry guns to take people down. We're not here to help some politician either.
You can say that because you're a legend, a hero. I'm Jack the Ripper, a dirty reminder of a terrible mistake.
Legends don't mean a whole lot. I was just a name to exploit, just like you.
People will remember only the good part, the right part of what you did.
There's no right part in murder, not ever. And we're not in this to make a name for ourselves.
Then what are you and Otacon fighting for?
A future? You can stop being part of a mistake, starting now.
What am I? What am I supposed to do?
Find something and find it for yourself. And when you do, pass it on to the future.
No, the Meryl ending is canon.
Believe in what?
That's your problem. Come on.
The Meryl ending is the canon ending. Because in the Meryl ending, both Otacon and Meryl survive.
Snake, Raiden.
Otacon, you alright?
Yeah, so are all the hostages.
That's good news.
How's everything on your end?
Stealth
All right
camo
for
is
now,
relatively
but
easy
there
to
is
actually
something.
obtain in,
What?
like, in
The
fiction.
Colonel's last transmission was strange.
Strange? How?
Just strange.
It's hard to get
No
stealth camo
idea.
in the games,
Interference?
I don't know.
but in
Where is
fiction,
this
stealth
guy?
camo is pretty
I
widely
don't know.
available
I've never met the man, actually.
compared to,
I'll
like,
dig around.
how it should be.
Thanks. I owe you one.
If there's anything else, call me on the codec. I might be able to help. The frequency is 141.12.
Oh boy! It's just like one of my playthroughs. Time to go.
Right. Take the item.
Oh fuck.
Follow me.
I don't even know if kills count in this section. They shouldn't, because it's really fun to just tear through these guys, but also, they might. Anyway. Where's my blade? Where's the sword gone? There it is. Swing. We can deflect bullets. This guy's got sword. But yeah, even still, even though like the Snake obviously cannot be compared to Raiden anymore, or like because this is the whole point of this is that Snake and Raiden are no longer kind of competing almost. Where the fuck did the other guy go? Snake can still absolutely... It's really hard to keep up with him in this particular bit. He will just kill the fuck out of everyone. Like that, you know? But like pretty much before you get a chance. Oh wait, I forgot you can move while blocking actually. So yeah, you can still get a good amount of swings in, but it's just harder. It's hard to do because Snake is just so damn good. Eh, fuck it. Slice him to pieces. Slice him up. We were playing MGR back in 2002. Thank you. Oh yeah, we can also stab as well. There's a stab move, I'm pretty sure. There it is. There it is. Stab. Suck my dick, Snake. You're not the boss of me. Need to lie on the floor so that I can stop bleeding for a second. I mean, what are we playing right now, motherfucker? We're playing MGR. Playing MGR in 2002.
Raiden, about this colonel of yours. I found out where he is.
Where?
Inside Arsenal.
What?
I've checked out all the possibilities, but I keep coming back to Arsenal. It isn't a relay point, it's the origin of the signal. And the encryption protocol it uses is exactly the same as that of Arsenal's AI, the so-called GW.
What the hell does this mean?
My
I think
chemical
it
romance.
means
Oh, God.
You've been talking to an AI.
That's impossible.
The kernel probably isn't GW per se. GW was most likely stimulating cortical activity in the dormant part of your brain through signal manipulation of your own nanomachines. The kernel is, in part, your own creation, cobbled together from expectations and experience.
That's crazy.
But it's probably the truth. The virus may be starting to affect GW, which would explain the kernel's behavior.
It was all an illusion? Everything I've done so far?
Raiden,
Snake,
Pretty much.
what's happening around here?
I don't know. What I do know is that you're standing right here in front of me. Not an illusion. Flesh and blood.
Huh?
It's your call. You can drop this if you want.
No, I can't do that. Let's go.
Snake is so kind. Snake is so good to Raiden. He's so kind. He's like, hey, if you want to quit now, you can. Like, no one will blame you.
Raiden, they've got Rose.
What?
Rose is being held in the holds.
It's a trap.
Rose!
Raiden, get a grip.
But Snake...
It's a trap. Since the Colonel doesn't exist, there's no way he can take Rose hostage.
Yeah, you're right.
I am right.
Okay. Does Rose exist?
Don't be weird. She's your...
What if I've never really met her?
What?
If the Colonel is something that I partly dreamt up, then everything I remember about her could be...
Don't jump to conclusions.
You and Otacon are the ones that say the Colonel never existed.
Raiden.
Is this what Olga was talking about?
Yeah. So yeah, as Raiden's life just unravels in front of him, let's cut up some more Tengu. These guys are called the Arsenal Tengu, by the way. That's their name. Oh hey, look! It's that shot from the opening. And that shot from the opening. And that shot from the opening. And that one too. Trust me, the he's not Raiden, he's Genji bit is not nearly as funny as you think it is. Ow, got kicked. Hee hee, Tengu, go slice. Uh-oh. Oh no, guys, we mailed some fission. The fission's mailed. We have to emit continent. Anyway, yeah, the simulation's falling apart. Yeah, the simulation... Oh, sorry, Snake. I accidentally stabbed Snake with a sword. It's kind of a bad thing to do. Yeah, the simulation is going a little whack.
Catch. Right. Take the item.
Also, you'll notice that Snake is using a pistol. Oh, wait, no, he isn't anymore. He's using the M4. But he was using the pistol before, and he fires it faster than Raiden fires the M4, so... Hey, 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 it's the lady. She's been crying. Because that's all she does in this game.
It's been a long wait, Solid Snake. The root of all my sorrows.
What?
2 years ago, you killed my father. That was the beginning of hell for us. Everyone I love has been taken from me one by one. And no matter how hard I try, I can't follow them. An endless nightmare. The only thing we live for is to
She wants
see
to
it
die.
end. Our wait is almost over.
You can't be serious about firing the nuke.
Since no one can kill me, I may as well kill everyone I can.
Sound logic.
Starting.
Seriously, drop the fucking Genji bit. I promise you it is not nearly as funny as you think it is. I'm not asking, I'm telling.
You want eternal rest? I've got it right here.
What are you gonna do? Bullets can't get near her.
I'll think of something. There's no such thing as a witch.
You think you can kill me?
Haha, Snake thinks there's no such thing as a witch.
But let's get one thing clear. I didn't kill your father.
Do you think anyone believes your lies?
Raiden, get out of here.
She just carries a railgun, because why the fuck not, you know?
Jack, I've been watching how you fight. It looks like you've remembered the way you used to kill in the old days. Or is it one of the S3 plan's proud achievements?
What are you talking about?
It came as a complete surprise when Ocelot discovered the S3 data from GW. Not a bad idea, though. Using fire to fight fire, creating the perfect assassin to retire Solid Snake's brother. S3 stands for Solid Snake Simulation. It's a development program to artificially reproduce Solid Snake, the perfect warrior. The result is a Foxhound Commando. When Foxhound no longer exists, a simulated Solid Snake shaped by VR regimen. Sound like someone you know, Jack? I'm sorry to see you reduced to one of the Patriots' puppets. But I've made use of you, and their plan too. Solid Snake's sudden appearance, your arrival. It was obvious the Patriots were among my ranks. I had to smoke out the agent before the mission entered the final phase. You came in handy, as bait.
And
Jack,
even still, he's
those
being
days during the
used.
Civil War were as real as they come. Every day was absolute. Split between life and death. You ran from it. And now you've been led back to war by something less than real.
So yeah, the child soldier thing was true. Jack was a child soldier, those memories are real.
No more games, Jack. At least you know. There's no reason to keep you alive now. I've given you a worthy opponent, at least. But now, you should die as the little Jackie boy I once knew.
Big robot, big robot, big robot. 3 big robot. Ow. A little greedy, that one. You know what's worse than a Metal Gear? 3 Metal Gears. So yeah, you have to perform the physically impossible feat of pulling out a missile launcher every 2 seconds and putting it behind. Oh yeah, there's only like 20 more. It's fine. We'll be fine. This is fine. Why don't you back off? Back off, buddy. Oh yeah, and they ain't gonna make it fucking easy for me either. The other one. Ow, I'm being hit with the laser. Okay. Alright, that's 2 down. It's 2 down, everything's fine. Ow. He stepped on me. Look at him in his little goat legs. Okay. Alright. Please. Oh my god. You have got to stop! This cannot continue. Oh my god, just die, please. Let it end. Fuck, I missed. Wait, no, I didn't. I got him. Okay. Oh my god, his leg got in the fucking way. How many are there? There's 25. We have killed 3. Remember when this game was about funny vampire? Remember when this game was about the twink and he fights the vampire? Ow. Yeah, when I consider playing Metal Gear Solid 2 on higher difficulties, this is the fight that begs me to reconsider more often than not. At least they're not attacking me quite as much as they would on, like, hard. Yeah, wasn't I just... don't you just love those nostalgic memories of when this game wasn't about child soldiers? And also this. Ah! Yeah, this is on normal. Really do with another ration right about now, game. Alright, there we go. Fucking hell. Yeah, we don't have to kill all of them, luckily. It's just a time trial. Yeah. Bear in mind, Metal Gear Ray is literally meant to be the Rex killer. Like, it's meant to kill other Metal Gears. So when people say Raiden's a pussy, just remember the fact that he took on literally 25 of them. Like, 4 at a fucking time. And believe me, Metal Gear fans do say Raiden is a pussy, even though he took on that many. Oh hey, doesn't this remind you of anything? The Cyborg Ninja came to save us.
Decided to show
Oh, don't do this! They'll know!
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide!
Your nanomachines, they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family. I know I'm going to help, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
You have to.
Olga!
I fucking hate this game. Oh. Hate it.
Enjoy the show, Jack.
Fuck you, Solidus.
Let's pick up where we left off.
I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm literally gonna kick your ass in the next week.
What's going on? What's wrong with it?
AI. GW, it's out of control.
What?
I'm reading an abnormal impulse cascade throughout the neural network. I can't shut it down.
What happened?
Maybe some kind of virus.
The Patriots?
I don't know.
Ocelot, what have you been up to?
It's too late. Arsenal's system control is going haywire. It's on an emergency ascent course.
Rights are human rights.
Thank you, I require more minerals for the follow.
Stupid machines!
I really fucking hate how Dr. Octopus gets this, like, super cool scene right after he fucking fridges Olga. I hate it. I want to kick his ass.
Damn the Patriots!
Yeah.
Captured Snake.
I'm gonna use my fucking sword to stab you.
Snake?
Bring him in.
Anyway, Gecko, what you missed was the mission was a simulation to try to recreate the events of Shadow Moses, which is the first game in the series, which is largely held responsible for the creation of Solid Snake, who is the ideal kind of soldier. And so in order to make more soldiers like him, they basically, the Patriots, who are the main, like, shadowy organization controlling everything, set up another Shadow Moses incident, but this time it was Raiden, and they tried to make him into another perfect soldier, and, you know, one conditioned by VR training that they can use as a puppet. And we also found out that Olga, the lady from the beginning and also the cyborg ninja of this game, her baby was taken from her by the Patriots from the moment that she was born, and she's never seen her, and they send her a picture of her once a month just to kind of taunt her and keep her quiet and keep her, you know, cooperative. But as long as we survive, the baby can live. But if we die, the baby then dies. And if we fail our mission, the baby then also dies. So we need to go and we succeed in our mission so that we can get the baby back. Because Olga has now also just been shot, as you saw. That's what you missed. If anyone who missed the first hour of this stream. Oh, and also the Colonel and possibly Rose are AIs created by the Patriots to manipulate Raiden into doing this fake mission. And Raiden's entire life is being revealed to have been a lie, except for the part where he was a fucking child soldier, where he, like, took part in wars and has a lot of very, very big trauma from that. But now Raiden is starting to forge his own identity because he's, you know, at least he's real. And him and Snake are going to take it down. They're going to take down the thing, and they're going to do the thing, and they're going to save the baby, and they're going to be good. Yeah. Raiden's gonna rebel against the Patriots programming and become his own person, and etc. etc.
Are you awake yet, Jack?
Anyway, yeah, that's the recap of everything that happened within the last hour.
The Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you.
And if anyone wants to clip that and caption it like Rap God or something, please feel free, because I hope that was a good explanation. But understandable if not. Also, the triangle button on this controller doesn't work very well, so it's kind of difficult to keep the oxygen up.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him.
You can clip up to a minute, so no, it shouldn't be.
What do you mean?
But
that's not your business.
Booty.
Oh, really? It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
What?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots! They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that.
Here he is.
What
He's
exactly
here to
did
just
you find
mess
so
everything
funny?
up. Again.
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted. A little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3
I hate
plan was conceived
exercise.
as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel.
Girdle.
An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
Ames and the president's
Hee
death. The ninja. The computer virus that mimics Foxdie. Did you really think they were all a coincidence?
It was all set up from the
Ames'
fucking
own
beginning.
nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well.
Whoa, a motorbike drove past.
As for the president, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Foxdie. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus. Fat Man was a different story. He's one of our own people. A sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel would provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project? How could...
You're no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't give you.
What?
For anyone confused about that, Fortune's whole thing is that she cannot be hit by bullets.
No bullet could hit you.
They just go around.
It wasn't magic or some new age mumbo jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your dead cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused.
Yeah, you missed Dud, I'm sorry.
You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No!
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
Which is a lot, apparently.
Thought I got her in the heart.
It missed.
It's a railgun.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right.
I don't understand why that detail is necessary, but
your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology.
yeah, he read it. He read the Wikipedia page for it and was just like, "Oh, I guess I could make a character with that." That was the whole thing. Anyway, yeah, Ocelot. Ocelot's working with the Patriots. No surprise there. He wasn't actually working with Solidus the whole time. The whole time it was the Patriots. Patriots, nanomachines. And now he has Metal Gear Ray. Because everything goes well for us.
Now that I have enough data, all I have to do is retrieve Arsenal and clean up the refuse from the exercise.
The Patriots are the bad guys. Well, the Patriots are the ultimate antagonist. They're basically the Illuminati. They're like an America-centric Illuminati, you know?
How's this then? Damn.
Fortune!
You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
I told you, your luck's run out. Take your reward. It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
Fireworks!
everybody down!
What the? Impossible!
She is Lady Luck.
My name is Helena Dolph Jackson, the daughter of a proud and noble soldier. I can see my family again.
Damn! Try this instead.
If you're thinking that this doesn't make any sense, you're right, it doesn't. Just go with it. Just go with it. Oh yeah, for anyone who missed it, Liquid Snake can take control of Ocelot's body through his arm, which he grafted onto his body, because soul, body and stuff, you know. That was set up 9 hours ago, as a thing that happens.
Brothers! Liquid!
Pepsi Snake.
I've been waiting for this!
I mean, you could just watch the VODs, smiley face.
I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
God, this game is fucking stupid.
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me. After all... I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are?
Did I accidentally skip something? Because he never finished that sentence.
I chose Ocelot as my host. But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you.
I also like how he speaks with the arm.
There's room for only one Snake and one big boss.
It's like the other arm just kind of dangles.
Time to say goodbye!
Damn.
Like surfing, it's a good way to go.
Shut up. This is such a fucking stupid cutscene. Or such a stupid line, rather.
Liquid! Stop this thing!
Hey, Snake! You coming?
He said the thing. He said the line. Anyway, we've got a score to settle. Oh, would you look for where we're headed? Good old Arsenal gear. A fun little tank, submarine, aircraft carrier, Metal Gear, nuclear device. A little bit overloaded. Hey! Would you look at that?
Federal Hall.
Yeah, of course this game was released in 2002, so.
What are you laughing at?
So yeah, you can imagine why they didn't include the footage of Metal Gear, or of Arsenal Gear plowing through Manhattan. It's April 30th.
That's right. George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here.
This game is set in 2009, by the way.
The dawn of a new nation here.
This game isn't set in. It's not set in 2002. It's set in 2009.
Liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles. Cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well.
He's gonna say the M. He's gonna use the word.
By history.
He's gonna use the funny word. The one that starts with M.
Interests by controlling the digital flow of information.
I want
my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty!
The memes. Oh hey, look who's calling.
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
I don't know if he says memes, if they say memes in this game.
Who are you?
To begin with.
But memes is actually the name of the theme.
Human.
Oh yeah, and yeah.
Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap. If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome.
Thank you for the follow, Ducky Chris. Thank you very much.
As a result,
I appreciate
the
that.
evolutionary log of the human race lay open.
And I appreciate you.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context?
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you?
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that it would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap!
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best. And you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for Solid Snake Simulation. What it does stand for is Selection for Societal Sanity. The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake.
I'm doing alright, you know? I'm doing okay.
It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that...
I'm just listening to this AI repeat itself. You know, it's no problem.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
You know, an AI repeat itself over and over again.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method.
No, I won't, actually. I think I'll watch the cutscene.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy.
If you don't want to watch, you don't have to.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof.
Very carefully, Tyranome. You do it very, very carefully.
Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past.
That's me,
All
Max
the others
Poetic.
remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to...
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see...
Thing is, there is no way for us to tell if this is actually true. Like, there is absolutely no evidence to suggest that the Rose
obeyed our
that the AI is
orders,
showing
and
us is
everything
the
we
real
were told
Rose,
to.
which basically
The
means it's not.
exercise is a resounding success.
You have to
Didn't
remember
I tell
this
you
is
that GW was still incomplete, but not anymore, thanks to you.
this is still all coming from Raiden's own expectations and experience.
Nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think
So the
that's
stuff
enough
about Rose,
talk. It's time for the
pretty
final
much
exercise.
bullshit,
Right.
basically.
Take Solidus down.
Think again.
We can surmise that there is a real Rose, and she is not here right now.
Forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Damn!
It will be a fight to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation?
Then
or
I can make them do a little dance.
Solidus's creation. Our beloved monsters.
I hate that. I hate that bit where he faces the camera. Blech. Anyway, time to kill. Time to kill a man.
Jack, my son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival.
This is the third snake clone,
By the way,
Solidus. He's the third
I was
one.
the one who killed your parents.
Oh, by the way. By the way, I was the one who killed your parents.
I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix.
Alright, cool. Can we fight now?
It's time we were both free.
Yes, I agree. This cutscene was 50 minutes long. And you know, when we get to 4, it only gets worse.
I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots
This cutscene
inside
was
GW have
around
been erased,
45,
but there
50
are other
minutes
traces.
long.
Inside you.
Good night, Spud.
The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex and throughout the
Nanomachines.
neural network they formed.
Yeah, y'all think you're fucking bored?
Brace yourself.
I have to sit here and try to be funny! Just kill me, Solidus, please. Just do it. I'm done. No, it isn't the best I can do. This is, though, apparently. Got him. Woo! I very much do not remember the strategy for this. Oh, we're just gonna go lethal. Fuck it. Who cares? Ow. Alright, Dr. Octopus. It's time for you to go. I changed my mind about the lethal thing. I'm gonna let him live. I don't know the patterns for this. Here's the thing. I've only ever fought this boss like 3 or 4 times in my life. So I don't know the patterns. I don't know his attack patterns, you know? Uh-oh. That's not good. Ow!
Is that the best you can do?
Maybe. Maybe it is. What are you gonna do, huh? You're gonna fucking... Eh. There we go. I gotta make use of the block function. Remember that it exists. I'm on fire! I'm still on fire! Get off the edge. Ball! Oh shit!
Take this.
It's Dr. Double Octopus. Actually, he's more like a squid because he only has 6 arms. Go on, do it. Ow. Okay, no, do it while I'm blocking, you dick. SMH. Woo! I'm gonna need you to roll on the ground on the floor for a bit, Raiden. I need to put you out. Put you out to dry, baby. Oh. Okay. Hee hee, sword game, go brrr. Hee hee, high frequency blade, go. Oh my lord. Uh-oh. Raiden, you're in the fire.
But this is where it gets interesting.
Raiden, you're in the fire. Honey? Oh no, he's turning on his muscles. He's ejected his tentacles and has turned on his muscles. Yeah, what? What's the matter?
Right, you have to beat.
Yeah, no, I got it, dude, buddy. Don't worry. And I got you. Don't even worry about it. Like, sometimes you just gotta hear him out, but this time is not one of those times. Whoa. Ow.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, buddy? You got no eye. You ain't got an eye. Imagine missing an eye. Just have 2 of them, forehead.
Let's go.
Ow. Please, I just need another hit. There we go, I got him. I popped him on the chin, and now he's dead. This cutscene do be kind of cool, though. Shut up, John. Oh, they'll show up, don't worry. The walker things that make the cow noises, they will show up, eventually. It's over. We crashed a tank into Federal Hall and now it's all over. Everyone's just going to ignore the heavily armed man with the sword on his back.
Who am I, really? No one quite knows who or what they are.
Oh, hi Snake, when did you get here?
The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point.
Doesn't matter if they were real or not, that's not the point.
There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you. By the way, what is that?
Dog tags.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before. I'll pick my own name, and my own life. I'll find something worth passing on. They taught me some good things, too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have
Yep, you missed everything, Kilowatt.
Even me.
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry. I'll find him. Count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up. We have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
What?
This virus
Look at how
is
thick he
to
is.
destroy only a
Look how
specific part
fucking...
of GW.
Oh, the jaw's in the way. Look how
Information about
thick
the
he is.
Patriot's identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
He's so thick. You can hear his cheeks clap as he walks away, leaving Raiden alone in the crowd. That suit must smell so bad.
Snake?
What's wrong?
Nothing. Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh. Yeah.
See me for what I am, okay?
I know.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now.
Hmm?
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
Chunky bug. Yeah. April 30th is the day that they met. Ain't that cute?
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. But genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
I stare at the stars and the sky up above and think, what am I made of? Am I full of sorrow? Am I hurt and pain? Or am I filled with
So, who's confused? I'm gonna turn the audio down, and we'll talk about what just happened, what it means. So, who's confused? Bear in mind that this game was meant to be the last Metal Gear game. This was meant to be how the series ended completely. Like, this was meant to be the end of the story. So, the reason that the ending is so vague is basically just to, you know, leave it up to the viewer to decide, like, whatever the hell, like, hey, you know, if you want to know what happened, you can, you know, you can just, you know, imagine your own thing. So I know I was memeing a bit during the last conversation where I kept flashing the Twitter logo whenever the AI was talking. I do not think that the point of this game is actually that it's trying to say that people don't deserve to have free will. And also I don't believe that Twitter is just an example of that. But also it is kind of funny how it is an absolute deluge of information that goes on all of the time. And just like social media in general. I feel like viewing it through the lens of like looking at what Twitter is actually kind of helpful for understanding it, which is why I kept flashing it up to keep bringing you back to like what the fuck it's talking about. Because if you try to comprehend that first time in a vacuum, you're gonna be confused. So like me pointing out Twitter and social media was a sort of a grounding technique to try to say like, hey, like, you know, like look here, you know, like look here, you know, like it keeps coming back to this central theme of people not being able to be trusted with basically writing history. And that history should be written by the few, not the many. That's what the Patriots think. And of course, by the end we go like, well, fuck it. It doesn't matter who's writing the history books. We get to decide what we as individuals pass on. We get to decide what we say, what we believe, and, you know, how much of that we pass on to future generations, and what we write down, and, you know. That's what Snake says, at least. Snake and Raiden both come to that conclusion. Raiden throwing away the dog tags was a reference, because the dog tags had my name on it, as in the name that I entered at the beginning of the game, which was Max. When Raiden took off the dog tags, looked at them, they had the name Max on them. And then he threw it away. He threw it away, which was Raiden, because Raiden is, at the very beginning of the game, basically just a blank slate for the player to project onto. Like, he has no history, really, apart from basically VR missions, which is, in this case, referencing the fact that if you're playing Metal Gear Solid 2, you've probably played video games before. But when he throws it away, that's him rejecting the role of being the protagonist, so to speak, the video game protagonist, and becoming his own person. Raiden, Jack, becoming his own person, becoming, you know, no longer tied down by the controller and whatever, and all that kind of stuff. And it doesn't matter how much of it's real, it doesn't matter the fact that it's a video game, the fact is that story happened, and that's, you know, and that's the point, you know. That experience was there. Rose is real. It is also true that that Rose was manipulated and was sent basically in as a spy. It is also true that during that mission, Rose did actually end up falling in love with Jack, and their relationship is no less real because of that circumstance under which they met, as both Rose and Jack have decided to continue on together. Therefore, they have started their relationship again pretty much on their own terms. It is also obviously shown that Rose is also pregnant, so Jack literally has a chance to pass on everything he's learned, pass on experiences, create new experiences with the kid that he will hopefully raise. We don't know, because obviously the ending doesn't answer that. But yeah, with that in mind, as like, this was intended to be just the end of the Metal Gear story. This was it. Like, this was all that was left. Like from this point on, Hideo Kojima doesn't want to make any more. So Metal Gear Solid 3 is a prequel. Which Kojima only worked on because the project was going down the shitter, and he didn't want the series to fall apart as soon as he left, so he came back. MGS3 is also intended to be the last Metal Gear game, and it has absolutely nothing to do with anything we've seen here. Like, well, there are bits obviously that are important to this story, but MGS3 is basically its own thing. And it is also my favourite in this series, so it will be the one that we start next time. Which do you think is more important for a game to succeed, gameplay or story? Gameplay and story are the same thing. The point of a video game is to tell the story through its mechanics. or is to tell or is to carry a narrative through interactive mechanics. They are the same thing. There is degrees of separation between the two in every game, but they are two parts of a whole.
We can leave behind much more than just DNA.
I'll leave you with Snake.
Music, literature, and movies. What we've seen, heard,
For now.
felt. Anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with. The human race will probably come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
Snake, you there? It's me. I've finished going over that disc.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but...
But what?
They're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
What the hell?
So yeah. The Patriots are fucking dead. What's up with that? Yeah, I think the point of that is just that the Patriots are just the AIs and stuff. Like, they are just the idea. Like, the point is that, like, even though they're actually dead, they're literally, like, they are the embodiment of the themes of this game, where, like, the ideas that they had and the way that they, you know, like, their culture and history and stuff passed on through society, through other people. Like, the Patriots are still very much alive within the memes. If you look at memes, which is the theme of this game, is memes, and I know that's funny. If you look at memes as basically a cultural version of genes, the Patriots memes have been passed on into culture the same way that into American culture in the Metal Gear universe, the same way that genes get passed on into the physical bodies of people. Which is what that ending is meant to signify. Anyway, we got elephant because I'm bad. But yeah, that was Metal Gear Solid 2. On the next stream, we will go to Metal Gear Solid 3, which is a prequel set in the 1960s, detailing the events of Operation Snake Eater, which was the mission that turned a normal soldier into Big Boss. A normal but extraordinary soldier into Big Boss, the man that all of this was about. The perfect soldier, so to speak. And now also we get Raiden on the start screen. But yeah, sorry for the short stream, but I only intended to go until the end anyway. next stream will be probably Thursday. Unless I can find the energy tomorrow. But yeah, Thursday we will start Metal Gear Solid 3, which is my favorite game of all time. And I can't fucking wait to share that with you all. It is, in my opinion, one of the better games made. And also features one of the 2 good female characters Kojima has ever written. Which makes me think he didn't write her. But anyone who has donated bits to the stream, or I think donated money to the stream, will have heard a woman's voice say the trans rights and human rights thing. That voice is the voice of the boss, who is a brilliant fucking character that is in 3. So yeah, I'll leave you with the intro, just because we get to watch it one last time. Thank you all so much for all of the support. I love you very much. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you all on Thursday. Thank you, Mr. Nissan23, for the follow.